In every story, there are heroes. Those who bear the weight of worldly vices, who choose to be crucified and sacrificed, who have been deemed the bearers. In fire they bow to burn, in water they bow to swim, and when they bow to remain unmoved.
These dreamers, catalysts, sowers, to what end is their humanity forsaken? Who will give to the compassioned? Who will teach the mentors? Who will protect the knights?
Gold is an energy conductor. We use it to channel the ancestors.
Out in the ether, I learned about self-preservation. Black women are in an imagination battle.
Dance with me, baby. I choose you as my dance partner.
Everything everywhere is happening at once.
Sometimes, I don't even know which moon to look at. Peace is a practice I keep.
I cry way more than people think I do.
When a caterpillar goes through metamorphosis, it does more than grow wings.
What does it mean to carve a spot at a table systemically designed for one?
What the hell is a futuristic love poem?
Because I want to live past survival.
Right.
Any spaceship I get in, it has to be a Cadillac Coupe de Ville. Like my granddaddy used to ride. We hatchers. We like to ride flash. We like that big caddy emblem with the metallic paint that holds the sunlight hostage. On any given weekend, you can catch me behind the wheel. Split in the middle of the clouds like a searchlight. Have you ever seen a Coupe de Ville hit 30,000 feet? I fly like my granddaddy did. They called him Hatch. I guess that makes me Space Hatch. I'm a chip off the old media. I'm the legacy of a charismatic comic coming through jamming the Isley Brothers and Bobby Womack. If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight. Wait. Wait. Keep waiting. Wait until my grandfather comes back. Sometimes, when it gets late, I can hear his voice coming through the speakers. We Hatcher men, we do not take death well. We reluctantly give up our bodies and hide our souls inside of the music. My grandfather left this frequency years ago. But sometimes when I find the right station, I can smell his cologne, Depending on how high in the sky the caddy goes, I could blink my eyes and see him in the front seat with me. Imagine the two of us floating through space, posted up on a planet that only rains amethyst like cats and dogs. These are the brief moments when everything fits. When I came of age, my elders gave me a motto that says life is a runway. So when my grandfather shows up, shiny new suit, alligator boots, and a dab hat with some gold chains, I know he means business. I know the boots are for walking on water. The hat, it keeps us grounded. But the necklaces were never for fashion. Gold is an energy conductor. We use it to channel the ancestors. Low key, my grandfather told me that bling be bringing our people back, and that's the main reason. That's the main reason I stay listening to the radio. Because I know if we find the right station, we might get a little more time together. I know if the right song comes on, we might let loose and spin the block with one leg kicked out the window. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like when you're looking for a sign. Y'all know the feeling. And then that one joint comes on. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. It sounds real familiar. And you rolling. Yeah. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gangster lean. Woo-hoo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gangster lean. Woo-hoo. Yeah.
One time, when I was 7 years old, I ran so fast that my little feet slid straight out the front of my school shoes. I told the nurse I was trying to defy gravity the same way the little boys in privilege did when they chose to strive. Recess, our one moment in space, meant no bullshit messages of shooting for the stars while you sit and disintegrate in a cage. Out here, we be unbound by restraint. First test administered by the sun. Socially studied the grass, black and brown mulch carrying enough energy to propel you right off your feet. Dang. How I envied the freedom in them boys' flight. Their march, untethered by social construct. Their rebellion, uplifted as this holy thing. That's when I got my first dream. To fly. Defy society like flowers define Earth's crust. I burst up out the soil that make my mind, and then they'll cut my roots, just set towards the sun and bloom. From 7 a.m. to 4:22, I was flying over perception. Every uniform morphed into a gateway and transformed. Took hair bows and clipped into my collar. Stayed with this little tube of purple lipstick in middle school. Wore dresses every day. freshman year, then fucked around, shaved my head that next summer. It's crazy. By 11th grade, I engineered wave. 9-shade multicolor box braids. Understood then, I had this thing for taking flight out of boxes and over boundaries, off porches and on the mountaintops. One time, me and my homies almost reached the stars. Our petals burning with rebellion. We take turns flying off the porch into the wrong hands. Make magic of crossing drugs, and dreams get caged in a session. It's getting real hard for our parents to believe like they used to. I mean, I wasn't even dreaming like I used to. Still, called for 4.02 GPA out of well-meaning essays and a dream to fly. I just couldn't see in the shape. The fly. To turn to such an undefinable spectacle, the chains on my soul shattered. I mean, when I first rose, did you even see it? Ain't some superpower you fantasize about, it's in your skin, you was born right in it. From birth to 7 to 10 to 12 to 18, the life you had to have developed in it. Had to have carved a spot somewhere in your own silver line. No move straight or out of line when every outlet and institution said you better not dare drift. Little black girl, stay in the box, we create. You better not create. Little black girl, those survival mechanisms ain't gonna get you no man. Love won't come with so much resistance. Baby girl, too loud, straighten up, hush. And I choose. Oh, I choose. And I chewed, and I chewed, and I chewed, and I chewed, and I chewed. And every weed of restriction, him and me used to get in trouble for getting up in class and spinning when I felt too controlled. I ain't know nothing about stemming and microaggressions. We call that irritated by discipline. Write it off as insubordination. I ain't know nothing about intersectional identities. We call that being forgotten unless you spoke a little louder than the rest. You know about having to earn your own name? Do you know why we fly? It's a real small space they let us take up. Out in the ether, us girls, we learn about self-preservation. You know, how to add attitude when systems subtract light from your spirit. Learn to use context clues to dissect no-fly zones. How to remain measured when compared and contrasted. How easy it is to wilt when you forget where you was planted. And all the ways we gotta rise. So you catch me still dreaming the same dream. To fly. Woo!
The voice in my head is a parrot, reciting songs my keeper taught me.
Long before I knew my name, she called me good when I obeyed. She stated opinions like they were facts, but she sounded like love because she was my mother. But she would be my first lesson on how love can be a cage, in a cell. Sometimes you're the safest when you're alone. I anticipated her moods, how birds read weather. I, flinching and breathing still air, my heart beating out of my bird chest, my only defense, my stillness, my silence, my preening. I'm cleaning my room, my image, my appearance. I keep all her secrets, even if the truth could set me free. And she taught my confidence, obedience. I plucked my own feathers just to feel something. And it's funny. I learned how to punish myself by watching the way she would move through life. Always keeping a cocked head and a picky beak because nothing was ever good enough. As if my existence was a clipped wing. Have you ever seen a bird with a collar around its neck? Flying only as far as its tether will allow it? I thought I needed permission to want. I apologized for my hunger as I foraged and fed a mouth that rarely thought about what I would eat. Because who am I if not bringing food back to the nest? And someone on the ground is telling me to get free, but I don't know who I am without a cage. Don't know how to be a body without instruction. Don't know how to be held without earning it. Even out of the restraints, I mistake the open sky for another kind of ceiling. And I learned even the outside world has air conditions. But still my wings tingle for a mind migration. So rewiring my nervous system, I stand at the edge of everything I could be. And I let the breeze brush me. I remember the voices. They're all in my head. Because I want to live past survival. And I want to relax instead of stand watch. I want to choose to stay when nothing is required. I don't want to brace for impact. I want to be embraced. I want to be free. Singing. Singing so loud, the bad thoughts fly away.
Houston, we have a problem. Love is in the air. Imagine a love so big the moon gets jealous. For those who don't have to imagine, I'm jealous. And since we're being honest, what the hell is a futuristic love poem? If it's some Missy Elliott gets a freak on in the back of a spaceship type beat, I don't know if I can really get jiggy with all that. But what if the truth is the truth hasn't been written yet? Because the future's waiting on black boys like me to survive long enough to write it. What if there's no love song on the radio that plays my kind of love, my kind of dream of me and my man? My man. Holding hands, fingers interlocked, dancing to TikToks as a couple. Be reminded the algorithm what this kind of tenderism look like. I dream of us having a joint couple nickname, you know, like Bonnie and Clyde, B and J, not like Kim and Kanye. I want those nights we dim the lights low. We blast old school R&B with a hint of Outkast in the back seat, and we never argue. Ain't no hateration or holleration in our household. We were to Anita give each other the best that we got. my man, I'd act all shy and sweet, and I'd tell him, baby, I'd sin every sin and sing every praise all in the same breath just to be loved by you. I love you. To the moon and back, like I'd write a love song in 5 minutes flat in front of 100 people just to honor the way our hearts borrow gravity from the moon, slingshot back to our chest. I love that we keep choosing each other. Even the shadows feel gentle here. They remind us that light is within us. With us, they tell us we're deserving of a love a little bit more possible, baby. What's possible is black love not as a miracle, but as a morning routine.
Okay.
A morning where the kisses feel sweet. And even though this is a dream, I find myself wanting to ask him, how could you love me and destroy me at the same time? How could you hand me a world that feels so good but doesn't exist? I must have missed the part of the dream where anxiety leans over my shoulder and tells me I'm not worthy of a love like this. That if I had a man, I wouldn't know how to hold him. Wouldn't know where to place my hands, wouldn't know how to understand a blessing I've only met in my dreams. In this world, all I can do is hum our love song and hope. Dear universe, I hope that someone on the other side of this moon can match my perfect pitch, my perfect love story. To my man, my moon, my future and soon to be, I want to dream of us. Take my hand as I turn this moon into our dance floor. Dance with me, baby. We could twerk like no one's watching. You could grind on me like there's no tomorrow, like tomorrow is actually today. Dance with me, baby. I choose you as my dance partner. And if the future's listening, let it know, baby. We already practiced.
Yeah, I think I should bring this one for sure.
Nigga, did you just pull out a sand clock?
You can't depend on digital time.
This is my timekeeper. The sundial of my soul.
Ah, I see you got spirit, young grasshopper.
Well, I won't be needing this. Gravity got my girls.
Now, ma'am, you know what? I am overly prepared. I got my All About Love bell hooks. Them are reading at these things.
Okay.
Let me see. I got my lip gloss, so when the kisses feel real sweet. Oh, I got my flower for my man. If y'all need anything, I got y'all.
Okay, let me see what you got. Anybody bring games?
Oh, did I bring games? I got the domino. Okay, y'all not feeling that? Okay. Phase 10.
Hell no.
I got some for y'all. I got some. Okay. Uno.
Y'all just not seeing me in Uno.
Child, ain't nobody worry about you. Come on.
Let's play. The bliss in a room full of black folks when given 108 Uno cards. Ain't a coincidence. In a world where the rules is rigged, games bring about dreams of power players and formulated freedoms.
We don't play to win. We play to wrestle the weight of tomorrow. Find solace in sorrow. This ain't no table and these ain't cards.
This is a portal in these portraits of possibilities.
This is a world our black hands shuffle into existence, where happiness is finally the card at the top of the deck.
And not the one they make us draw 10 times to earn respect.
Come on.
We break cycles, rewrite Bibles, grow primal, stay vital, turn survival into a title and revival into a recital. I'm talking cosmic. I'm talking
Classic.
I'm talking black magic so massive it been Houston traffic.
Turn R10 and 45 to an F-frame with it. This rotation taught us by manipulating reality and what it means to keep your cards close.
Like how to give some and when to take in.
And if you so choose to, bring your ass to my grandmama Ebony Wood table. No, we Uno reverse the weight stack on our backs and sling every burden back into the void. No, we skip over stories they rewrote.
That was never broke.
Deal our people a new deck when the tide's running low. The ancestors knew a black bill future means grandmama's table is already set.
We got cards shuffled in the rhythm of our laughter, rules written in black vernacular. And no, we ain't a monolith. We take different routes to win. I got cousins in the hood who roll over rules like backwoods. Got church cousins who quote drop 4 like Bible verses.
Hallelujah.
And my boy cousins with purses. Don't play because society knows we'll play all them games, sister.
And by the end of the night, each of us then forgot the code switch. Like forgetting which color to call on that golden wild card, then letting your intuition make the pick. And if you so choose to, bring your ass to my home girl. Brand new, I can't take.
Come on, man.
Oh. Just know, every time you skip us, we skipping back. Every time you reverse us, we reverse your whole paradigm. I mean, if my people got the draw,
No, you drawn to your hands bleed.
what does it mean to carve a spot at a table systemically designed for one?
We survived.
Being the color card nobody wanted to claim. Too bad they didn't consider our whole hand.
In the future,
Come on.
blackness is our power grid. We step in the name of love.
Right?
Okay.
Luscious confessions, and we shaking it with Eve's tambourine.
Just us and 7 Uno cards. A world where our freedom make it off card stock. A table where we still playing, still arguing, still laughing loud enough to form our own ripples in the universe. And if you so choose to,
take a seat at this table,
fly into this galaxy,
stand on this floor,
just know the game is already won.
every time. Uno out, my nigga.
All right, y'all, that's game.
We gonna have to run that back.
Next time, we got places to be.
All right. Does everyone have what they need?
I know what I'm carrying.
I have that and a little extra.
It's that little extra that'll get you.
It sure will. You want to know how long it'll get you? Long as hell.
Well, with that being said, shall we all head out?
All my life I've been a robot, We don't get to have fun until the work ends.
Every day, I clock into a life where if I don't work, I don't eat.
This year, they said if we meet our sales goals, we get to have an office party.
Sometimes they bring food to the slaughterhouse.
But why do I feel like the one who's dead inside?
A robot doesn't have a brain. It has a controller. We have to follow directives. So why does it feel like I'm fighting against my own programming?
How much energy must we spend rebelling against our own needs?
Sometimes the office feels like a plantation.
It's a common sight to see cotton growing in the copier.
It feels like nothing has changed.
And I've been made to work forever.
So what's a robot to do?
Besides follow the code.
You cannot get to heaven until your shift is over. But no one knows when it's their time to clock out.
And you can't determine the quality of your life by how hard you work. I hope the price we pay is worth it.
Hopefully, the work ends
Before we do.
Can a robot get a smoke break?
Oh, man, I've been waiting for you. Waiting on this all day.
Telling me.
Hey, let's get it going.
Ooh, this my loud. You know I got this shit. I don't know what y'all be bro. I'm just here to look pretty. I'm gonna have this shit.
Okay. It's the year 3025.
Okay.
And now, people are more open to leaving their home planet to find entertainment.
Okay. Okay, what if there's a spot outside of this realm?
Okay, I'm with you.
It's about one lifetime away.
Okay.
And it's a secret.
Okay.
So we can't really say too much.
The DJ is lit and the food slamming?
It's a speakeasy on Mars.
And you ain't heard it from us.
So what's the password?
Ooh, can I give them a hint?
The hint is black bodies need spaces to feel safe.
If you know,
then you know.
In the year 3025, America's fossilized the blues.
So much so that now you need an archaeologist to find a Muddy Waters album.
Now when we go to Mars, sometimes the music be so loud, you can hear it playing in space.
Don't give it away. They ain't ready.
They don't know nothing about sitting sexy in a corner. Drinking hand, long flowy dress, freshly twisted locks as I put on one of my personas.
As I hit my favorite jig to free the stars buried beneath the dance floor.
jazz was extinct.
They lied to you. The cartels, they still glowing.
And the DJ is levitating.
What? They got Mars feeling like home?
They got somebody grandmama in the back.
Frying chicken
instead of
barbecue. The spot is lit.
Some nights, they have a live band and they play until the roof comes off.
That's crazy.
My favorite nights, when the whole party go outside.
Hey.
Sometimes, I don't even know which moon to look at.
But I do know that I am safe. I know the joy of not worrying about whether I belong or not.
And I would go anywhere for that.
So, what's the password?
The password is in the crown of your DNA.
The entire spot is filled with royalty.
Kings and queens having a good time.
Kings and queens smoking in the back.
We rolling legacy in papyrus.
How can you put the flames out when the house is on fire? Coming here is a rite of passage.
And somebody gotta teach the Martians how to twerk.
Don't look at me.
Don't look past what it took for us to get here.
Don't forget the ancestors.
The ones who weren't allowed to dance.
The ones who existed in pockets instead of planets.
The ones who turned silence into a serenade.
Come see us.
The password is coded in the curl of your hair.
It's in the gait of your walk.
It's in the size of your hips.
If you know,
Then you know. All right.
uh-huh.
You gonna take it?
What you trying to say? I be getting emotional when I'm high.
Yeah.
Bye,
Dre.
I cry way more than people think I do. I cry when I see other people cry. Like at funerals, something about the beginning of the afterlife makes me shed a tear or two. I cry when I think about what could have been. What life I could have lived if my parents stayed together. I wonder if I'd be able to reproduce a healthy relationship. I cry when that one song comes on. Something about cranes in the sky that won't go away, despite my best efforts to escape. I cry when I think about what it means to be a black man with empathy. To look at somebody and feel something back when they never thought I could. It's interesting that crying is a birthright. But no shock, my birthright is questioned by a world that questions my birthright. I cry way more than people think I do. This is not me performing. This is not a metaphor. This is not a stage tear tucked into a beautiful stanza. This is me, a black man crying on the inside of his skull because nobody ever taught me my softness was a destination I could choose. It makes me so sad that nobody taught me how to imagine this world for myself. These tears come from fathers who never had a place to fall apart, grandfathers who held their grief like a second spine, so here I am, trying to build a tiny house to hold a universe I built out of a tiny dream, even if my hands shake through the construction, and maybe that's enough. Maybe the first step to building a world where black men get to cry is to admit that we deserve to. Black man, you can cry. You can cry. You can cry, you can cry, you can scream, you can unravel, you can let it all out. This world cannot spin without you. This galaxy cannot heal its wounded stars without wishing upon you too. In this world, when black men cry, flowers bloom, grass breaks through concrete, a star pulls itself into existence, and it reminds us all that freedom, freedom feels a lot like letting your face be wet without shame. Black men, crying for us is not about breaking. It's about rebuilding. So surely, I cry way more than people think I do. And today that might be the most futuristic thing about me.
Come on. Black women are in an imagination battle. Breonna Taylor, Sonia Massey, Tatiana Jefferson, and so many others are dead because in some white cop's imagination, they were dangerous. You see, before a body was touched, they were imagined wrong. And a human of every race on the internet rushes to defend the devil's delusions because it is easier to imagine a black woman foaming at the mouth, rattling the bars of a cage, instead of a bird singing of new flight. Come on, you know a black woman's tears are never as compelling as a white woman's.
Come on.
Yet half the battle is just trying to change someone's mind. But for the black woman, the first battle came much earlier. In preschool. When punishment arrived before explanation, when innocence was denied before it could be practiced. Black girls aren't allowed to be small. Being small means knowing someone will come for you when you don't know what to do. No one came for me when a man pulled over to snatch me from the street and the sidewalk kept moving. Imagination turns black girls into cold cases and missing persons. Adultification swipes them from the playground before they ever start wearing training bras. And some will call them resilient when they were abandoned. That's how imagination learned its lies. Imagination invented Jezebel to justify the sexual violation of slaves. Sapphire to stone them for their voice. And the strong black woman, so black women could inherit myths heavy enough to break their backs before they are ever bent over by the system. So when she is loud, it is an unwelcome disruption. When she is angry, it's a misuse of emotion, never a consequence of corruption. In the workplace, the write-up is the misinterpreted tone. The demotion is the impossible labor. The firing is the betrayal from people she gave overtime to. Imagination unveils black women and demands we see ourselves through the gaze of those who think they own the souls of black folks. And that is how I learned what it feels like to live inside someone else's capacity to imagine me. So I built my own. I pressed my hand to my heart. I name myself. I envision a time rooted in lived experience. This is a black feminist future, where black girls grow without surveillance, where the world no longer feasts on our labor, where imagination no longer relies on images designed to shrink the futures black imagination could build. And where every day is not a battle with a chance of fatality. And where black girls no longer have to resurrect themselves just to be believed.
After 7 months of being a new dad, I could proudly say that raising children, not rocket science. It's more quantum physics. My daughter Addison is a loose collection of light particles. And those light particles only come together when they are observed. That means no matter how bright my baby girl shines, Daddy will never look away. When we brought her home from the hospital, I stayed up all night to make sure that each atom was present and accounted for. When my baby girl cries, she collapses timelines. And I go from being a grown man to a melted candle. It's the fragility of being human. We want these moments to last forever. But my best qualities are made of wax. My baby girl, she's not a fan of sleep. The moon doesn't rest. Someone has to be awake to feed the cosmos every 4 hours. And don't you be a minute late. The concept of time is a teething toy at her fingertips. My daughter is already grasping at things. I hope she can forgive me for being so final. Energy can never be created or destroyed. That means her dad will always be here in some form. Whether I am crouched down with arms wide open, or I've abandoned this body altogether and become the sunlight on her shoulders, or the wind in her back. Upon further inspection, most of this life is dark matter. Despite the distance, science says there is nothing in between us. My daughter Addison, in all of her glory, is not a fan of tummy time. She loves Miss Rachel and her mother's lentil soup. But don't you be a minute late with that soup. If you blink your eyes, those light particles might grow up and go off to college. If you're not careful, then teaching her how to walk. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Will turn into walking her down the aisle. Deep down, I know she's a rebel like me. I could tell by the way she snubs her nose at gravity. Since the first time I held her in my arms, I've been floating. There is only this moment, and in this moment, everything everywhere is happening at once. That means that somewhere, there is a man standing in the hospital, arms stretched out, waiting for the nurse to hand him the entire universe.
The truth about me is I tend to float over problems the way flamingos speak forsake fresh water. Taught to transform the toughest tension into tenacious tools. Type to take tribulations to try. I tear up tyrannical thoughts toiling over my thousands. Learn to pinpoint potential plights and source sound solutions. Truth is, like Avatar, I be elevating elements, eliminating the gracious enemies elegantly. I migrate mountains for the mental of my mama, known to wrestle wind with the weight of a whisper. For my friends, I got something for y'all. For my fam, I fracture and force fire on their fiercest foes. I mean, I was gifted a particularly powerful pencil. You feel me? Together, we derive disruptive declarations with diction devoted to delicate discourse. Really my dad, daughter, dynamic, driven, and dominant, and don't dare doubt the discernment. Last name Dow, probably mean we disorient orders wholeheartedly. My intellect, insane. I issue ill enters if imposed. These synonyms and similes supply phonic sound scenes soaring skyward. These hips have homies hallucinating. Huh?
Come on now.
Who you hollering for? Oh, lit. A, prestigious player of pronouns and pronouncements. A person prone to paradigm, pivots, and pensiveness. Pardon my poised pen in these pretty problems. They say she spit game and gold. That's old to my genesis. This genre gorgeous, it got some grit. But since birth, I battled broken belief. Blood hidden by beauty. Brain ball, body buckled. You wonder how I rise. Relentlessly. Ripple by ripple. Renewed radiance, rage and resilience, resurgence right after repression. Truth is I step scared, scorned, subjugated and shunned. I still seek source and solicit sanctification. What I mean is, I don't never stop praying. Know that. Pain prepares. Pressure perfects. And these poems purify. So no wasteful worries or wise. Instead, I write.
Well, I made it to the future because I am still here. I rarely wake up to an alarm. I don't remember the last time I had a drink or smoked weed or ate something sweet to feel some sort of free. This body is not a problem to solve, it's the temple I inhabit. I don't conflate purpose with productivity. I don't call exhaustion devotion. I don't confuse movement with motion. And I rarely apologize for taking a breath. Most mornings I write poetry with soft seating and windows opened, and here I write letters again. Ooh. Ooh. I send them to my family and friends who speak love and hold hands without playing pretend, because the world doesn't end, it changes shape. I am an activist, but the work is so much quieter now. When we are all whispers of a new earth where we talk to the trees. I call home a country where black people is most of what I see. And I see the powers that be while getting groceries. We bump shopping carts and talk policy like weather. You know, I cast my vote easily because them ballots be easy to read. And we all got literacy but speak how we please. And we all mind our own. But at the same time, ain't no singular nucleus, because don't it take a village to raise children and tend to adults? So we speak in elevators, in waiting rooms at the doctor's office. I ask people about their kids, and it isn't weird because no one's ever afraid of someone watching their back. So I don't search for exits. I live past survival now. You know, my third eye, it retired a long time ago. Because justice is visible in how well we sleep, how long we live. I am alive on purpose. I don't dream of leaving or post-mortem living. Peace. Is a practice I keep. And only sometimes do I think about younger me. How hard she imagined this. Refusing to pass down what hurts, she always believed change could happen in an instant. She and I didn't invent the future. We just remembered it.
She be bold. She be loud, she be smooth, she be cold. They be mass, they be timid, they be cool. She be loud, they be crazy, she be love, they be light. She be sun, they be moon. She be lost, they be found. She be stern, she be rough, they be soft. She be they. She be.
point of it all is to breathe. The point of it all is to breathe. So close your eyes with me and do not rush this picture. I am somewhere warm. A heat settles into my bones, reminding my nervous system that it can finally settle down. The air here feels alive, like sun on the skin, like citrus fallen by tree, like earth after a rain that did not flood. Nothing here is urgent. Nothing here is trying to sell us survival. Here, what we do is breathe. Instead of editing our joy, what we can do is breathe. We can ask ourselves questions. What if rest is not a pause, but a place? What if our bodies have always known the way and we just need to stop interrupting them?
Gold is an energy conductor. We use it to channel the ancestors.
Out in the ether, I learned about self-preservation.
Black women are in an imagination battle.
Dance with me, baby. I choose you as my dance partner.
Everything everywhere is happening at once.
Sometimes, I don't even know which moon to look at.
Peace is a practice I keep.
I cry way more than people think I do.
When a caterpillar goes through metamorphosis, it does more than grow wings.
What does it mean to carve a spot at a table systemically designed for one?
What the hell is a futuristic love poem?
Because I want to live past survival.
When a caterpillar goes through metamorphosis, it does more than grow wings. It releases enzymes that liquefy its old body. And from that fluid, a new creature emerges. One day, each of us will experience the privilege of dissolving into our own ocean. It's not about letting go. It's about realizing that once our arms become wings, the little things are that much harder to hold on to. Maybe it's the transition. Maybe it's the transition that makes flowers grow beneath our skin. Or maybe melanin is the best pollinator. Perhaps that's why every spring I can look outside my window and see thousands of bronze and copper-covered people opening like petals. I want to be out there with them someday, but I'm afraid to ask. A caterpillar's first step into becoming is acknowledging its own beauty on God. Sometimes I have to hit I-35 north to find warmth. My childhood home grew wings and took flight long before I did. I'm the one trying to keep up. God, where does a black sheep go to find a shepherd? Who am I kidding? I'm afraid to leave my apartment. There's something sacred about the safety of being enclosed in a shell. There's something about the day that I close myself off and lay down on the living room floor until the carpet became water and I became liquid enough to say goodbye to all of the solid versions of myself. Who knows? Who knows what oceans people are swimming in? When they ask me about my self-destructive patterns, I try my best. I try my best to hide all of my tattoos. I tell them, the real poetry happens 5 layers down on God. They say when the transformation starts to happen, catching your breath is like riding a Ferris wheel on the sea floor. There's a learning curve. There's a learning curve to breathing underwater. Who knows? Who knows how many of us will migrate this year? Who knows what it will look like when the flowers start coming out of our skin at the same time?
On any given day, I can look outside and see a swarm of black people in the air. It's a homecoming. I can see everything it took for them to get to this moment.
And I am certain that it won't be long before the sweet nectar of nature makes me forget the price I paid. Fly.
I hope I get to linger for a bit. I want to watch my old self sway back and forth, back and forth, until the morning comes.
And someone looks outside their window and sees a new version of me standing on the windowsill.
Just a donation for y'all. It really does help us fund our operations, our programming, doing shows like this, and being able to pay our artists more. There is also a merch table outside where if you, I think the cheapest thing is $15, and so you can get a shirt in exchange for a donation. And I'm missing something. There's a talkback. There's a talkback. So after the donations, we'll take 5 minutes. You can go get a drink and slowly roll back in, and then we'll have a talkback led by our dramaturg, Dr. Eva Margarita. So we got some bags on us, so we just gonna, walk around and see what happens. Thank you.